might start with a few deep breaths. Full breath in to fill up your lungs, very expansive. Exhale completely, letting it all go. Feeling the body begin to settle. Again, if you like, full breath in. Exhale to empty. Just continue with slow, steady breaths, just mindful, intentional breathing. Taking this moment to look inward, turning your gaze inside. Notice what's happening within you. What you feel, what you're thinking. Just notice. Noticing without judgment. Just an awareness. Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, I'm feeling. Turn this gaze inward, this focus inside yourself. Also notice what you might be needing from your practice today. If it's something physical, maybe start moving your body a little bit just to check in with parts of self so that you can move accordingly. It might be a circle of the shoulders or rotation of the wrists or your hips today. How's your back? Movement, create a deeper connection, deeper awareness. Slow, steady breaths, looking inward. More breaths here, now in preparation to move. We'll ease into our practice, take our time. When you're ready, inhale, extend your arms overhead, an extension, reaching high. Exhale, hinging from the hips, let's fold forward. Soft knees as you carefully guide your way down to forward fold. And inhale, slide your hands into your shins or your knees, only rise up halfway. Feel a good lengthening through your spine. Exhale to slowly slide back into a forward fold. That feels good to you. And of course, you don't have to reach the ground or your toes in this forward fold. Maybe your hands are resting on your shins or even higher on your knees or thighs. Again, ease into your practice. Take your time. You need to force or push. You need to go too quickly. Take your time. Might be an opportunity just to slow down. While you're here, notice what's happening within your body. You're lengthening or stretch quality down your legs. You release tension up your back, down out your shoulders and arms. Have a little bit of movement here if it feels appropriate. Checking in. Again, just noticing without judgment. Take 2 more breaths, prepare our bodies to return to standing. When you're ready, start by shifting your weight into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Start lifting up your body, pay attention to extending the spine. And inhale, rise up, reaching into the air. You've got it. Exhale, bring your hands together down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side to finish that flow. Both of these are your mountain pose. Pausing. Connected to the earth, rooted, connected. Breath out, rooted, connected. That's our half salute. Let's just repeat that. Inhale, reach all the way up, extension with energy. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward. Always okay to bend your knees as you make your way down, maybe touching the ground with your toes. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat back, parallel to the ground. Exhale, back down we go. Then same weight shift into your heels, bend your knees, lower your hips, start lifting upper body. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up with a nice extension. Exhale, hands to heart, or arms down by your side. Hold, pause, breathe, connect.
sequence, so move as you need to move, certainly rest whenever you need to in the practice, modifying the poses. Here we go. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Feel that lengthening through the sides of your body. Exhale, swan dive forward, taking your time.
Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Look, you're coming forward. This exhale, fold. Bend your knees enough so you can reach the ground with your hands. Plant them near the top edge of your mat, and take a big step or walk your feet to the back end of your mat. Take your time. Pause for a moment in this plank pose, this high push-up position, just to tap into the strength in your body. Pushing into the earth with the hands, nice strong straight arms. Take a breath in, and then exhale to move. Bend your knees slightly, keep them bent as you send your hips up into the air. Head and chest will hit between the arms. Arriving here, downward facing dog. Make some adjustments with your feet if you need to on your mat. You might tiptoe forward a little bit. You can adjust your hands. I like to take mine a little bit wider, just giving my shoulders and neck a little bit more space. Whatever you need to do. You can just hold here and be here with sensation, with breath, with posture, or add movement. Maybe it's pedaling of the feet, and stretch through your calves and toes. Any other movement that might feel good while you're here in this inverted posture. And of course, you can always rest. You can come down to your knees just to take that pressure off the hands. Let's move from here. Start with a full breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, connection to your core body. And bend your knees. You can walk or step, hop your feet to the top of your mat, returning to a forward fold. That's it. Good inhale, rise up halfway, lengthening through the torso. Exhale, folding again. That same weight shift into heels, bend your knees, lower your hips, inhale all the way back up to standing, reaching high. This exhale, take chair pose, or chair-like position, Utkatasana. That's it. Just getting into the legs, outstretched arms, a little balance here. Take a breath in, and exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold, nice release. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, hands out in front of you near the top edge. Step back to the back edge. Pause again in plank pose. Feel your own strength. Now you can take that same shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky, or finish your push-up and elbows, lower your way down. Of course, you can bring knees to the ground first, then lower the body. A back bend, maybe a low cobra or locust pose, or upward facing dog. You decide. And then your exhale taking you into downward facing dog. Stepping into place, make those adjustments with feet and hands. Let's add a lunge. Inhale, extend right leg up. Just reaching for a moment. Now, you don't have to really lift the leg high. It's more about the energetic extension of the leg, reaching through the foot to the back wall. Hands rooted to the earth. Take a breath in. Exhale to step through. So right foot coming forward, landing near the top edge of your mat or behind the right hand is good. Turn left heel to the earth behind you, shift your back. Feels like you're standing on 2 feet. So you have light hands. So you can easily rise here into your warrior one. Settle in, reaching, lunging. Just for a moment, just bring your arms down. Just relax your arms and shoulders for a moment so you can just kind of pay attention to the lower half of your body. If you'd like, just an invitation, you don't have to do this, maybe wiggle the right foot forward a tiny bit, not much. Okay? And then just settle into that new sensation, new placement. Notice what it feels like in this front leg, right knee and toes pointing forward. Maybe feeling what's happening in this back leg. Okay? It's turned out, we're getting a hip flexor stretch. So it's in this outer rotation in this back leg. All right, let's inhale to re-extend the arms straight up. Exhale, hinge, fold, hands press into the earth. Slide or pull right foot back. There's our plank pose. Again, you decide how you want to get to downward facing dog. Shortcut is always available for you, or some modified flow to get you to down dog. You can certainly add poses, subtract them, hold the posture if it feels good. Yes. Thinking of arrival and down dog. Another side. So inhale, extend left leg into the air, reach and hold for a moment. Just continue to feel this good extension through the entire body. And then the exhale, stepping through left foot to the top of the mat. Behind the left hand, right heel roots into the earth. Feel balanced here. Flow right on up into your warrior one. Hinge from there. So in, make those adjustments. A quick little activation of the body.
reaching high, lunging. And same thing, let's just rest the arms for a moment. Feel what's happening down below. Wiggle the toes forward if you like, settling into that new sensation, positioning. The upper body, when you're maybe facing forward, this idea of it turning to your left, where your right leg is kind of turning out to the right. So moving in these opposite directions, creating perhaps sensation here, this hip flexor. Opening up. So we'll inhale, send the arms straight up again. Exhale, hinge and fold, plant the hands. Slide left foot back, plank pose, lead your series. Flowing as you like, take your time with each transition, modify, rest.
Once you arrive in down dog, just do another lunge sequence. So again, inhale, extend right leg up, reach and hold for a second, getting longer. Let's open the hip here, so bend your right knee, bring heel down towards backside, a slight lift of the knees so you feel a little bit of twist, and opening of the hips towards the right side of the room. And even notice if there's any sensation in that right hip flexor and upper thigh, just like in a warrior one position. All right, let's go ahead and unwind and step through back to our warrior one. Landing with the foot, front, heel to the back, balance, hinge your way up. Go ahead and open it to a warrior two here. And you might need to naturally make some adjustments with your feet on your mat here. They'll settle in. Get them tall, outstretched arms, good. All right. Before we get into our side angle, just have a sense of the right leg here, the knee, moving to the right side of the room. As we get into side angle, let's do that now. Let's angle the upper body by reaching forward. Let's rotate the arms. Now, if you stay up high like I typically do, you might brace your right arm on the inner leg. Just give it a little nudge to encourage it to feel like your thigh and knee is moving a little bit towards the right side of the room. And that might encourage not only alignment, but some opening in that hip. Okay, let's move breathing in first. And exhale, we'll turn, fold, free the hands, bring the hands down. Slide right foot back, plank pose. Again, choose how you want to flow to get to downward facing dog. Take your time, no rush. Joints when you're ready. Inhale to extend left leg into the air, reach and hold, get that extension. Here comes the hip opener. Bend the knee, heel down towards backside, slight lift of knee. Little twist, little turn. Feel what's happening in that left leg, hip flexor area. Next exhale, unwind, step through, left foot to the top, landing right foot to the earth, root connect and balance. Flow up when you're ready. And opening here, expanding. Warrior two, settle in, adjust your feet. Warrior two, same thing. Feel like your left knee and thigh moving to the left side of the room, just to keep that opening here in the left. Let's add our side angle, follow the left arm forward. There's our ankle body, rotate here. You might be lower if your fingers do touch the ground. You can still brace the arm against the leg, give me a little nudge. If your arm is on top of the leg, which is fine, you can still kind of give it a little nudge, a little shift to help that opening. All right, let's move from here. Breathe in. And exhale, we'll turn and return to the earth. Plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank, complete your series. Different. Just moving accordingly. Arrive at down dog. Let's return to standing. So next exhale, bend knees, you can jump, step, or walk. Right back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, or just elongate through the spine. And fold. There's our weight shift into the heels once again. Bend the knees, we'll inhale, and all the way nice and tall, reach high. And exhale, arms down by your side. Pause here, check in, breaths, as our warm up. Just remain standing for a moment. We're going to introduce balance. So we already did that at the beginning of practice, so feeling that balance, that connection to the earth, to the feet, to the balance on one foot, so tree pose. Soften the knees, start shifting your weight into your right foot. That's a connection, come down. Get tall on the inhale, energy rising. Exhale, connect to center. Then we'll pick up the left foot, flexing the foot perhaps. Pause right here just to practice a little balance right there. As if you're opening a
door slowly. Just let that swing open until it naturally stops, because it could stop here. And then placing foot on the inside of your standing leg, high is an option, or somewhere in the middle of the leg, or even using the ground to help you balance. Then inhale, extend your arms all the way up. Okay, just like a warrior one, really activate, reach, feel lifted, light. You can also change that, wider arms, bent elbows. Okay, stay where you are. And just focus forward or slightly downward. Breathe. As you're reaching into the air, just feel how the torso feels like it's lifting, making a bit more space in the pelvic region. Maybe that knee is pointing a bit more towards the left side of the room. Or keep arms extended. Let's close that door. So swing the knee forward, lift the knee with the flexed foot. Pause for a quick balance, and then we'll set the foot down, rebalance on 2 feet, and then arms can come back down. And then shake all that loose. Shoulders and arms, right foot and toes. Get reconnected. Excellent. Other side. Soft knees, start shifting weight into left foot. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, connect to center. That's our setup there. So we can slowly lift up right foot, flexing the foot, pause, just for some balance. Swing the door open until it naturally stops. Foot on the inside of the leg, high, medium, or low. Support you to. Then inhale, extend. Reaching, lifting, lightness. Reaching up, rooting down also with the foot, connecting to center, moving in these multiple directions energetically. Good. Rising, lifting, making a bit more space around the belt line, perhaps. Let's keep the arms extended. We'll swing this right knee forward, lift your knee, flex foot, pause. Then we'll plant the foot, rebalance, and then arms back down. Shake all that loose. Go, check in. The foot you were just standing on, the toes. Continuing our flow. When you're ready, inhale, sweep arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward.
Inhale, halfway lift. Yep. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands to the earth, walk step or hop, feet back. Plank pose, come down if you'd like to. Bend elbows, hug them in towards ribs. Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes, up dog or cobra if you'd like. Downward facing dog. Move at your own pace. You're just creating a vinyasa. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist open. Unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel to the earth. Move back, find balance. Once you've established that, then rise. Warrior one. Exhale, opening warrior two. Settle in, good balance. Side angle, reach out. Rotate here. Let's hold for a second, couple breaths. Okay, maybe arm braced against the inner right leg, nudging, a little encouraging to open up. And then moving from here, breathe in. And exhale, we'll turn and return to the earth with the hands. Slide right foot back, plank pose. Finish your vinyasa, making your way to jump downward facing dog. Rest whenever you need to. Join us when you're ready. Inhale, send the left leg into the air, bend and twist the hip opener. Unwind, step through. Landing, wiggle the toes forward if you need to. If you don't quite make it, right heel to the earth, find balance, then rise. Warrior two, expand, settle in. Side angle, reach. Rotate arms, braced arm against leg, opening, hold, breathe. Just encourage the opening here. Here we go, breathe in. And our exhale, a careful turn. Find the ground with the hands, slide left foot back, leading your vinyasa. Turn down dog. Just take a breath or two. Come down to the ground. Bring the knees to the ground. Sit back briefly into hero. Off to the side. Turn the legs around to the front. If you want to, you can actually turn sideways for this. Or just still facing me, but just take the leg
activate the legs and feet. Like so, just flexing the feet. We're not going to hold them. Okay? Actually, relax the feet, relax the legs, and see if you can kind of shake them out a little bit. Okay? So we'll start with the left leg, and just experiment with an outer rotation. Just feel that leg rotate out. Okay, the left leg here. You can even use your hand just to encourage a little bit of a rotation outward. To force it or pull it, just a little help of a turn, and just noticing, yeah, we're turning from that socket here. Okay? And then same thing, an inner rotation, inner spiral. Rotating it, just see where they go. Like what's your maximum, okay, on either side. Again, maybe a little bit of encouragement with the hand. And then you might just very loose manner, just back and forth, just to kind of open up. Here, let go of the windshield wiper go. Just loosening up in this hip socket, in this seated fashion. Okay. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Outer spiral, relaxed legs, outer rotation. You see where it goes. A little encouragement with the hand. On the hip socket. Then an inner spiral. See where it goes on its own. A little encouragement with the hand. Yes, I noticed my left leg is flexible, my left leg is in my right leg. There's some binding in the hip. I can really sense that in this inner rotation. So just notice the little subtle things that you might have in this movements. Okay. So then a little windshield wiper, just a little mobility, softening things up, loosening things up. All right, let's add another posture. So now we're going to reactivate the legs and feet. Straighten the legs as you're able, flex the feet, press into the earth behind you, sit up nice and tall. We're going to use the strap for this next part. We're going to do a side bend. So we'll start with the left leg. So we'll get the strap, foot here. Just face forward, whatever your forward is. Okay? Get nice and tall here. We're going to go for a side bend. Okay, I'm going to hold the strap. We'll take those with your right hand. And inhale up to 12 o'clock. And exhale over towards left foot. Just take your time to see where you just naturally end and stop. If you're low enough in this elbow with the strap, you can get to the inner leg, a little leverage and support. Okay. Hook it into place there. That might help. Check in with that. And we're not going to hold this too long, but really feeling the side bend, how it maybe is affecting the hips, certainly the side body. We're going to change this. We're going to kind of a lateral bend sideways here. A couple more breaths. Then we're going to change it to a forward fold twist towards the foot. So rise up just a little bit. Turn towards the foot with the strap. And hold on to the strap with both hands. Maybe inhale just to feel some elongation through the torso. Exhale, fold out towards your toes here. And if you need to, of course, you can certainly bend the knee. Notice, again, you're turning, so this is a twist towards this leg. Forward fold. Getting into this hip socket, and of course, the hamstring stretch. Again, not holding here too long. 3 more breaths. Just notice, still looking inward. How is this affecting your body? Right, if you are holding onto a strap, stay where you are, but release the strap. Free your hands. Reach forward towards this foot that you're facing. Inhale, rise up, still facing that foot. Get nice and tall here, then unwind, facing forward, and then bring the arms back down. If you need to shake this out, sort of straighten the arms, shake out the legs, like that. And we get ready for the other side. Strap around the foot. Right foot here, nice and tall. Side bend. So extension of the left arm. We'll inhale up to 12. And exhale, bend. Slowly, carefully. Maybe the the ground, but nice and open sideways for the side bend. And just notice, just easing into the posture, feeling what's happening in the body, perhaps what's being affected. All right, just 2 more breaths. Next job. Might rise up a little bit and just turn towards the foot with the strap. Hold on to the strap with both hands. Inhale, just elongate and lift through the upper body. Exhale, fold towards the toes. Bend the knee as needed. Again, awareness of what's happening in the body. We're seated. How it affects the hips. Rotation in the torso. Stretch in the hamstrings. All right, 3 more breaths. Stay where you are. You have to be holding onto a strap. Just release the strap through the hands. Reach forward through the arms. Inhale, rise up, still facing that foot. Get tall and re-extend, lift up out of the pelvic bowl, then unwind, and then bring the arms back in. All right, shake that loose. And the legs will help that out by maybe leaning back, getting the stress out of the legs, bending the feet together, turn sideways, and face forward again. Like a little shake right here, just releasing. Ready, moving into boat pose from here. So nice and tall in our cobbler's pose initially, then start to lean back a little bit. As you're leaning back, just bringing the knees together. Let's get the heels out front, moving on the ground at first. You can stay just like this for your boat, or lean back a little bit more, drag the heels back until you find that balance where the heels or your feet easily lift without feeling like you're picking them up, if that makes sense. Knees can remain bent, shins might be parallel to the floor. Do activate the feet, flex your feet or point your toes. You can hold on, just like you're pushing to the ground to stay lifted. You can hold on just to keep that spinal extension. Okay, let's move from here, breathe in. And exhale, perhaps cross legs if you can, hands in front, or maybe hands to the side. So you can unfold legs, get them back behind you, plank pose. Pause for a moment, strength and length. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bend knees, hips to sky. In new lunge series, look for a high lunge. So let's inhale, extend right leg up and back, straight line. Exhale, right foot forward. Keep left heel lifted behind you. High lunge, so we're shifting weight back towards that lifted left heel. Still finding balance here. Squeeze into the midline to support the lower half of the body as we hinge up. As we did earlier, just reach, lunge, settle in, maybe wiggle the toes forward a little bit. More sensation perhaps in front and back leg. Okay. Transitioning to triangles. So we're going to rise up to straighten most of that front leg. Pivot, left heel to the floor. You also turn sideways, arms to parallel. If the feet feel like they're way too far apart, which can happen, just bring them closer together. There you go. Then reach out over the straight right leg. Rotate arms, and you'll be in your triangle. So right hand down, left hand up. You deciding kind of the depth of the pose, meaning your right hand could be, maybe it's up by your thigh, maybe your knee, maybe your shin, maybe your ankle. So kind of compare this a little bit to that seated side bend we just came out of. The major differences, of course, is we're standing, not seated. But notice how this affects the hips and this front leg. Breaths. All right, let's bend the right knee, giving us leverage to come back up, pass through warrior 2, so you can reverse your warrior, right hand reaching up, maybe slightly back if that feels good for you. Make sure you're still lunging forward through the knee, coming forward, while right hand is kind of reaching up. reaching slightly back in the opposite direction. Then a big cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the floor, but step right back into down dog. Both feet on the floor, hips into the step. And the other side, inhale, extend left leg up, straight line, high lunge, side up, so left foot forward, right heel stays lifted, line center, and connection to midline, rising up. Activate, reach and lunge, maybe wiggle toes forward, settling into the pose, aware of sensation. Then rising to straighten the left leg as we transition to triangle, so pivot right heel to the earth, turn sideways, arms come down to parallel, adjust the distance between the feet if you need to, then reach out. Oh, that straight left leg. Rotate here. Just holding for several breaths so we can allow the body to experience what's happening in the hips, this front leg, other parts of the body. Excellent. Good stability, good strength here. Moving right away, let's bend the left knee, lunging. And reversing your warrior, left hand up into the air. It could be slightly forward, it could be straight out at 12 o'clock, slightly behind you. Lunging forward, reaching up and back, opening up this left side body. Then a big cartwheel out of the pose. Around and down. So let's slide left foot back to plank pose, and then complete the series as you like. So take a shortcut. Back down to the ground, kneel, sit back into hero. If you can't hold hero, go ahead and take a seat. I'll show you what's going to happen next. We're just doing some variations of these leg extensions, kind of getting into the hip sockets, okay? So we just did this seated wide-legged thing, triangle standing wide-legged thing, okay, right? We're going to do a lying down version of this, so stay where you are. Use the strap for this. I'm going to do my left leg. Again, just because my left leg isn't as flexible, use continued work. So we're going to start with the leg extension here. You want to stay as flat as you can on the ground. Start with that leg stretch, even if this knee needs to bend, no worries. So it's going up and back. That's just where the sensation is, up and then back. And eventually, or before we even take this leg out to the side, do a little outer, inner rotation, okay? In this kind of activated leg positioning, you see you can still rotate in the hip socket, okay? Then we're going to carefully, slowly take it out to the left side in this case, bend the elbow so that hits the ground first, so you have some good control over the foot as it's going out to the side, because you want to remain as flat as you can. Just be aware if this happens. So if you're rolling away from the floor, you just try to stay as flat as you can. You might want to flex this right foot in this case, even the right arm out to the side. And before you come to your full extension out to the side, again, maybe an outer rotation, hold that outer rotation, and then maybe bring it down, and then as you're able, send the toes towards the back of the room. Not forcing it, just seeing where it takes you. So that's where we're going. So we're going to lie down. We're going to start with the right leg. We're going to lie down. Strap around the right foot. There you go. Extend the right leg up into the air. Got it. And just experience the sensation of that right leg extension. Breathing, lengthening, stretching. The idea that it's going up for that extension and feeling like it's going over your head towards the back of the room. Not that it literally has to go those directions, but the intended directions. And just notice how you're flat on the ground. And while you're still here, just do these inner, outer rotations of the leg. See what that mobility is like how it feels now in this lying down state rather than the seated state. Feel a little different, more effort. You can start to slowly take right leg out to right side. Make sure to bend the elbow, make sure the elbow comes down to the ground first. So you have complete control of the leg going out to the side. Being aware of left side of the body is lifting away from the ground to prevent most of that, or some of that. Extend the left arm out to the side and flex the left foot. Before you take that leg all the way out to its maximum, outer rotate. Okay? Spin the leg outward, toes will try to point towards the ground. And then just see how much further the leg can go. And then send the leg to the back of the room. Just holding onto the strap to manipulate that movement. Good. Breathe. A couple more breaths. Notice how this feels, where you are, what's happening. We start to soften it up a little bit. Bring that leg back up to center. I think we have time here to maybe cross the midline. You might switch hands on the strap. Leg is straight up initially, and then cross the midline. So the right leg is now crossing the body towards the left side of the room. And as best as you can, still maintain that flat connection to the ground, especially in this right hip. If you've taken this leg all the way across the body, I know for me, it turns into a twist. If you can feel that whole right hip lift up off the ground, it changes the sensation, changes where we're going. And just a little movement across midline to get more of that stretch quality or sensation down to the outer thigh, if that makes sense. You can even play with inner outer rotation. See if there's still mobility. I'm noticing a limitation in that mobility just because of where the leg is positioned. Just notice. Let's come back to center. Let's bend the knee. Release the strap. Or you can keep that leg extended and just take the left foot and switch. Midair. Left foot extended up. Right leg extended out on the floor in front of you. Again, flat on the ground. Feel the stretch. Just be here with breath and sensation. Just allowing things to occur that would naturally occur in a pose like this. Play with the inner outer rotation. This leg extension straight up. Just notice if there is mobility. Start taking the left leg out to the left side, bend elbows. You can bring that elbow to the floor. Control the legs, continue to go out, not too far. First, feel flat still. Flex right foot, extend right arm out to the side, and then outwardly spiral with the left leg. And take it a little further, a little bit at a time. Using the strap, send the toes to the back of the room. Noticing if you still feel pretty flat here, especially in the pelvic area, because of that rotation of the leg you created, because of that rotation, the hips can stay where they are. To center, switch hands on the strap so we can cross midline. You can use a T-band thigh. Again, we want to make sure the left hip stays pretty well connected to the ground, not creating a twist. Just a cross of the leg. And even to help encourage the left hip to stay on the ground, you can take your left hand on the left hip and kind of press it towards the floor. Just notice how this might be affecting the outer left leg, and then try those rotations. I barely have any rotation here. Notice, especially the inner rotation. Again, just noticing. All right, 2 more breaths. Back up to center, we're complete, so you can bend the knees, so you can release the strap. Sit it down next to you. Just come to Shavasana for a moment. Everything can disengage, realign, let go. If it feels good, maybe an extension or stretch, your arms behind you. Legs out in front of you, of course, and just feel this extension, these 2 directions. Let's make our way into a boat when you're ready. Just have the knees in. Carefully, maybe start rocking forward and back to rock up to seated, or of course roll to your side. Press up to seated. Just make your way into boat. Just to reactivate here for a moment. We're going to stay seated. I'm going to show you something. So just an active boat for 2 more breaths. After the second breath, just soften to stay seated. You can just cross legs here. The cobbler's pose, whatever feels good. So from here, we're going to make our way back up to standing. Just hop up into standing here. So now we're going to do a standing version of the same thing. Stay where you want. So we do left foot, strap. Stay where you want. Stay seated. I'll guide you up. So mountain pose, setting up like a tree. Soft knees, I'm putting weight into my right foot. Nice and tall here. Engage center. Picking up the foot, using the strap hold. Just make sure you're not collapsing the spine. Lifting up nice and tall. We'll start with the leg extension forward. Don't worry about the height. Just extend. Drive the heel. Again, nice and tall. For balance, we'll take the opposite hand out to the side and start sending the leg out. Before you take it all the way out, which you'll lose mobility, outwardly rotate. Right. Okay. And then see if you can go a little further. And then up. Balancing. You're just staying on a tightrope. Okay. That rotation is what's going to help it go out and lift up. Keeping the pelvis tucked under. Okay. If I didn't do that, I'd lose. I try to stay square here. Well, it's like that. You know, me, I lose. That's as far as it goes. And I really can't lift it. Okay. Until I outwardly rotate and have a little more space. Okay. Just how our anatomy works then. All right. From your seated position, if you're standing, stay standing. If you're seated, boat. Inhale here. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front to the side, plank pose. Make your way to down dog via chaturanga up dog if you want. Exhale to hop, step, and walk, feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Shift your weight to heels, bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching high. Yes, exhale, arms down to your side. Everything is a vinyasa. Everything is a vinyasa. This is a vinyasa. I'm carefully folding down. Take out the mat forward fold. Inhale, rise. I give myself breath cues while I'm at home. Inhale, turn on the water. Exhale, grab a dish. Everything's yoga, right? All right, so let's do this. Strap underneath left foot. Right foot, we are standing. Foot there. So nice and tall, got a good hold of the strap, nice and tall, mountain pose. Get the shoulders roll back. Balance on 2 feet, soft knees. Shift weight into right foot, root. Get tall, inhale. Fill the lungs, exhale, engage core. Yes. And we're picking up the foot via the strap. Hold, beware of your root curve in the back, that ball, get nice and tall. Then take your extension forward, low spine, okay? Again, just notice if you're tipping back or rounded, find that balance of extension and tallness here, okay? For balance, you might take right hand out to the side as we start taking left leg to the left side before you take it to its maximum. Outwardly rotate. See if you have a little bit more ability to take it out and then maybe slightly up. May not look very high. No worries, doesn't have to go high at all. A lot of strength building in that standing leg for sure. Balance because of it. Reaching, extending these opposite directions. Okay, let's bring that leg forward. Maybe that arm goes up here. Leg comes forward. Bend the knee and set the foot back down. Rebalance, this arm will come down. Finish, switch. Yes, good. Challenging pose. I was just thinking, what would happen, what would it feel like if we started with this pose? Okay. A little unstable, not as flexible, not as warm, but doing all this other stuff on the floor, these extra stretches, gets the body ready. Okay, so got this right foot here. Balance to the left, nice and tall mountain pose. Soft knees, shift your weight into left. Tall, breathe in. Exhale, connect. And we can lift the right foot. Pause, make sure you're nice and tall. Extend the right leg forward. Getting tall, still you can feel like that. Standing up against the wall. Okay. Flush against the wall. Let's start. Left arm out to the left, right to the right leg to the right. Before you get fully there, outwardly rotate. Maybe a lift. We're using the strap that is in the event that you couldn't reach your toe. You can certainly do this holding onto the toe. This is the posture. Yeah. Big toe hold. Okay, we're bringing it forward. The arm up, bend the knee. Release. And finish. Inhale, fold, put your strap down. Exhale, come back. Mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, reaching all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, swan dive forward. Yes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands to the earth, jump, step, and walk. Your feet to the back end of your mat. Complete your last chaturanga of the day. Inhale, up dog, and downward facing. Let's return to the earth. Gently come down to your knees. Sit back briefly into hero. Go ahead and sit off to the side. Keep the legs around to the front. Align your back as you lie down. We're taking the legs up, so you can just lie flat on your back. Legs up, or plant the feet into the earth, knees bent. Lift your hips, get a block underneath you if you have one, sit, then extend legs, or go ahead and roll up to shoulder stand. So you decide where you want to be upside down, how you want to be there, and where you are, however you get there. Legs are extended. Okay, you certainly have to activate to stay up, but soften up a little bit so you can maybe rotate your ankles, flex your feet, point your toes, wiggle your toes. Just remembering we're balancing on one foot, okay? For both the tree pose and that balancing posture, leg extension, okay? And maybe some bicycle pedaling, just get into the knee joints and the hip joints a little bit. And then any other kind of positioning or posturing with the legs. You might take them wide like we did in triangle or that seated position. Play with outwardly spiraling the legs, inwardly spiraling the legs if you like. Even feel free to cross the legs just to kind of mimic the IT band stretch. Crossing one to
the other. There we go. Playfulness, just experimenting. More breaths. Give you some time to fully release and relax. Go ahead and bend your knees and just bring the feet back down to the ground. If you're on a block, let's remove the block. Just finish with a twist. So just hug the knees into the body. Spinal twist. We'll start by taking the knees over to the left side. Extend your right arm to the right side. Several breaths. Two more breaths on this first side. You feel ready to move, slowly return to center. You might pause in center for a breath, just to allow the body to realign, rebalance, reset. And when you feel ready, take the knees to the right side, to extend your left arm to the left side. Lock happened to be there, which actually acts as a nice prop. So instead of the right leg, in this case, going all the way down to the ground, your leg is resting on the block. This prevents over-rotating. Two more breaths. When you feel ready, return to center. And soften completely into Shavasana or any other restorative pose here. Just for the next few minutes, letting things go. You might notice or pay attention to as you let your body relax, especially in the hips and legs, and just notice the natural outer rotation of the legs. Right where you are, stay in stillness. Return to the awareness of your breath. Simply notice that you're breathing. Just as you did at the beginning of your practice, you turned your gaze inward, looked inside of self, so that you can pay closer attention to what is happening inside of you. By doing
doing so, you're able to create a yoga practice suitable for what you needed. Take 5 slow, deep breaths here. In the event that you have released or opened up spaces within you, send this breath energetically into these newly opened spaces. The intention of nurturing, nourishing those parts. Continue to breathe in and out. Perhaps start to feel movement return to your body. To slowly and carefully roll to either side of your body. Hold for a moment in this nurturing pose. Take your time to get there. Continue to move in slow motion. Slowly rise to seated. On your back. Carefully roll to your side first. Rest yourself up to seated. Okay. Once you're here, just feel the lengthening of the spine, nice and tall. Relax shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Awareness of your hips and legs feel. Take a breath here in stillness. Last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms all the way, reaching high. Exhale, bring your hands together and down to your heart. One more breath. As we come to the close of our practice together, we bow and say, Namaste.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.